Welcome to AM Best Audio.
A growing debate over fairness and risk-based pricing is once again taking center stage in state houses across the country. West Virginia is among several states considering legislation that would restrict or ban the use of credit scores in personal lines underwriting. Supporters say it's about addressing bias and improving affordability, while insurers caution it could undermine pricing accuracy and shift costs onto other policyholders. Best Wire Steve Hallo has been covering this story, and he joins us now with more insight. Steve, welcome. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, Lori, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Steve. Steve, what would West Virginia's proposed ban on credit scores mean for auto and homeowners underwriting?
Yeah, so West Virginia's legislation would prohibit carriers from using credit history to cancel, non-renew, or refuse to underwrite risk for personal lines like home and auto insurance. Now, it specifically bans using credit scores to determine rating tiers or to rescind discounts or requiring special payment plans.
Supporters call credit scoring unfair. Insurers say it predicts risk. What does the data actually show?
Yeah, so the APCIA points to multiple studies confirming that credit-based scores are accurate predictors of potential losses. Now, Iowa Representative Ken Crokin, who introduced some legislation to ban the use of credit scores in that state, said he didn't find any valid research showing a link between, a driver's credit score and their ability to, drive a vehicle. He suggested the correlation might actually be a bias against lower-income drivers. His kind of thinking was, a lower-income driver might not be able to buy a car that's laden with the newest safety technology like lane departure features. Now, the critics believe that risk is better captured by factors like driving records and vehicle safety, kind of as the representative in Iowa said.
Customize your data experience. BestLink now offers an interactive company dashboard that provides company-level intelligence in a fast, user-friendly interface featuring interactive tables, charts, and Sparkline performance histories. Customize the dashboard tiles to prioritize the insurer ratings, data, and analytics that best support your workflow. AM Best. Our insight, your advantage.
Steve, if credit scoring is prohibited, how could that affect premiums for low-risk drivers and homeowners?
So industry experts warn that banning these scores force low-risk drivers to essentially subsidize high-risk drivers, and that's going to lead to a less efficient risk allocation is what they claim. For example, when Washington State implemented their short-lived ban, more than 60% of drivers saw their premiums increase, the APCIA said.
Several states already restrict or ban credit-based insurance scores. Steve, what lessons can be learned from their experiences?
Yeah, so Hawaii was probably the first to ban the practice. They did so in the late 1980s, and they report a stable and competitive market with average premiums that rank among the lowest in the nation. Now, California and Massachusetts have similar long-standing restrictions. However, the insurance industry notes that because these states implemented the bans before credit scoring became commonplace in underwriting, the residents there never actually experienced the potential rate reductions they could find, if they do have good credit.
As more legislatures weigh similar bills, Steve, how should insurers prepare for potential regulatory shifts?
Yeah, insurers should look to Colorado's phased-in model. This is a pretty slow-burning project they have going out there. But what Colorado is looking to do is require a new framework over how data is collected, governed, and structured. Now, this shift moves away from an outright ban towards more of an increased regulatory oversight over how insurers are using credit scores as well as algorithms and predictive models.
Steve, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. This has been fascinating, so informative, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk to you, Lori.
That was Steve Hallo, Senior Associate Editor at AM Best. For AM Best Audio, I'm Lori Chortis.
Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.